You can literally change your whole life, the whole momentum of your whole day, and change everything around you at any given moment through the power of this one thing. And if there's anything that I've learned over the last 30 plus years, going from Madagascar to America, from unemployed over a year facing deportation to now a 15-year career, 15-year investing, from someone that was literally physically, emotionally, mentally, and financially broken, to someone who's now in the best mindset that I've ever been, best physical shape, and the most energetic, giving, and the wealthiest that I've ever been, being in a position where I literally feel reborn again. It is the power of this one thing that I use every single day, and that I keep in my arsenal of tools that literally shines through every single thing that I do in my life. It is the power of perspective. In this video, I want to talk about the different ways that you right now, as is, can literally apply perspective to change something towards building the beautiful life that you want for yourself. Maybe you don't think that you're worth it. Maybe you think that you've missed the boat. Maybe you think that the things that you wanted to do are not within your reach right now. Maybe you're just tired. Maybe you think you can't do it anymore. But this one thing, I truly believe, can change everything. One is through understanding that your perspective actually does matter. One thing that we don't realize in life is that we, as a human being, have a gift that literally no one else has. And that is the power of your story. The power of all the moments you've been through. All the struggles, fears, insecurities, pains that you've experienced. All the dreams that you have. Someone right now has those exact same feelings, pains, dreams, and aspirations. One thing that I never realized as a little kid, introvert, is that what I was going through, 99.9% of people also had that. And if there's anything that I've learned through all the different industries that I've worked in, through all the different jobs, the different experiences, the different adventures that I've ever been, it is that we are all the same. We're all the same in the ways that we allow our limiting beliefs to stop ourselves. We are all the same. That we all want to be part of a beautiful story. That we all are scared to be heard. That we are all, in one way or another, seeking to contribute, to create, to connect. Once you understand that perspective, it literally frees you in ways that you can never even imagine. And that is something that you can literally tap in every single moment. When you're in a meeting and you're having a conflict, when you are in a relationship and having a conflict, when you're seeking to achieve something in your life, to connect with people, always remember that your perspective matters and that other people can connect with that. Which leads to the second thing, which is how to articulate your perspective can literally change your life. It is one thing to be aware of the importance of your perspective, of the value of your perspective, but it is another thing to allow it to be the asset that it can be. And most of us allow our ego and ourselves to stand on the path of turning our perspective into something that can literally transform every single thing around us, including the lives of those around us. What we don't realize is that a lot of times we have an inspiration, we have a gift, we have a passion, but we allow ourselves to stand in the way of that. One, through our unwillingness, and that we have ownership in developing the skills, tool sets, and mindsets to turn this potential into an actual product. And that is through communication. Communication is about storytelling. But communication, first and foremost, is about allowing the message to flow. And communication is communication to yourself, communication to the marketplace, and communication to others. Most of us are so caught up in that first phase, either not believing in the validity and the importance of our perspective, or being so aware of it that we make everything about that, about making ourselves the person that has a strong perspective, that we rob ourselves of actually changing our lives because we're not willing to learn how to communicate that perspective in a way that can be a blessing to our life, to the life of those around us, in ways that we can never even imagine. And communication starts with communication to ourselves. What is this life about? We don't realize how so many times we're so focused on getting compliments, on looking a certain way, having a certain image, that we forget the biggest thing that we actually want in our lives. What do we really want? Do we want a compliment? Do we want to look good in this particular moment? Do we want to have people follow exactly what we're saying? Or we actually want to live a beautiful life, to change our situation, to change our legacy? That is where communication to ourselves is extremely important. Because if you really want change in your life, you have to talk to yourself and say, this is not about instant gratification and external validation. I must allow my perspective to shine by allowing myself to remove myself at times and allow my message, allow my passion, allow my gift to put me in situations where I may not get the spotlight, where I may have to look like a fool, where I may be a beginner, but I need to go through that to actually allow my perspective to shine and to develop the way that. And then the communication to others through listening and observing, and not just hearing and not just being there, but being present. Communication is well beyond the words that we use. Communication is about being. It is about becoming someone that is as interested in the message of others as someone was interested as our own message. Communication is about understanding that someone else's perspective is part of your perspective. To understand that others is one of the biggest source of learning that you can ever have in this life. And then the third thing is the communication to the marketplace. To understand that our perspective is only one part. The value in the marketplace must take into account the different skills, market conditions, different rules of the game. And again, to allow our ego to not stand in the way, to allow ourselves to learn the skills and tool sets that can turn our perspective into something powerful for the particular setting that we're in. Communication combined with appreciating the gift and the validity of your perspective and understanding that others also can connect with that is one of the things that can literally change everything in your life. Whether it's the people that you will meet and allowing yourself to say no to others that do not fit with what you want in your life, so that others that actually do can actually come into your life. To allow yourself to be authentic enough to allow your message to shine, to allow your perspective to drive you towards the things that are actually meant for you. When you actually understand how perspective can change everything, things in your life will change before you know it. As always, wherever you are, wherever you come from, fam, you're destined for greatness. Get busy living, not busy dying.